What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. That's Alex here for Impact. We are live and in living color with round number 4. This is going to be an interesting one. We've got Mike, who is 3-0 on food. Trusty old food. Against Paul on creativity. Paul's going to start with a fetch, a shock, and a Thoughtseize. Going to take Ether Vial as they share a laugh. Thank you all so much for joining us. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. If you're watching on Twitch, stay locked in for this epic match. You've probably been here all night, so you don't want to go anywhere. And hit up ImpactGamingCenter.gg for all of your Magic the Gathering needs, as well as all of the other tabletop gaming needs you could ever, your heart could ever desire. But it looks like Mike is getting things started off with a fetch and a shock of his own.
I'll be at 18, we'll be at... Go ahead.
And there's a cat.
A secret lair.
That's Cauldron Familiar.
That's a weird one to include in there, but
Phyrexian Mender.
okay.
It was a 5-card.
Where are you? Taking out of a deck somehow?
I thought it was Cauldron Familiar.
Not a surveil.
Alrighty, here we go.
Okay.
We are off to the races already. Both these players just destroying their life total.
It exiles.
I know.
Are we back in 2020?
Bitterine.
I don't know.
Yeah. 4.
I'll discard an Arcana Cruelty.
Hopefully not. Hopefully not.
They have been drawn.
Urza's Saga. Gonna put a counter on that bad boy.
Marionette Apprentice. Trigger.
Remind me what that one does.
It has Fabricate, so it either comes in with a +1 or a buddy. Yep, we're going to give him a buddy. Please.
Gonna make an
Also,
apprentice.
whenever an artifact or creature I control die, another artifact creature each comp loses 1 spell.
Gotcha.
Alrighty, back over to Paul. Yeah, no, definitely not.
It's doing all the work for you.
Appreciate that.
Down to 9 goes Paul. Says, I'm doing all the work for you. To which Mike responded with, appreciate you.
Good.
Fable the Mirror Breaker here for Paul. Gonna make a dude.
That's
Paul trying to decide whether he wants to discard to the Fable or not.
It's a lightning bolt. Wooded Foothills to draw 2.
Bolt and Woody Footy going to get pitched to draw 2 off of the Fable. Which food is this? Jund or Abzan? You know, I assume it's Abzan. But Mike does like to switch it up occasionally. Sure, he's probably got Samwise, so get to see the Samwise deck after all. Paul gonna attack, make a treasure with the Goblin Shaman. Fetch shock down to 15. Believe that's a Temple Garden.
Activate Resin Saga.
Activator is a saga.
Block the trade.
Is the plan.
Block to trade, says Paul.
And we will block those two.
Trades around.
Yep. You lose two.
We'll lose one more.
Down to 7, down to 6.
Nine.
Mike might be able to steal this one here.
Barf.
Unless Paul creativity's here, I guess.
I'm just going to use that for up to creativity.
Yep, there's the creativity. Gonna sack the token, and we are probably about to find Arcana Cruelty. There it is.
Arcana.
Discard, lose 3. You lose. You'll gain 2, essentially.
Yeah.
Shot hit.
So you put my 2 on.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then I just have my draw.
Yep.
Good.
All right, back to Mike.
Happen draw.
Complexion of this game has changed immensely since just 30 seconds ago. Mike gonna float a colorless here off of the Urza Saga, and then the Urza Saga is going to find him some kind of little trinket in his library.
Bye.
It's gonna be an ether vial.
Haven't done any math. Trigger roll chase.
Yes.
Using the frame colorless. Oh, hold on. That doesn't work. True? True does not. That's a shame.
That asthma.
Trigger? Trigger.
Asmarana Disadek Disnakoldakar.
Anymore.
Unfortunate.
Good.
There's the cookbook.
I might have a really cool turn if you let me have it.
I do. Yes.
You know what? I don't pull cool turns.
You don't get to.
Why not?
Archon is dead.
I mean, I'm fine.
Yeah, ether vials.
Using the flame colorless.
Real good.
Yes.
Hmm?
Like food?
Sure. Yep.
Gonna make a food. Discard Oval Chase Daredevil. It returns back to his
Sack 2
hand.
cards, right, to do the thing.
Yeah. Wait, turn. Trigger.
Gonna get her Surveil. Gonna put that Gauntlet Shrine to the bin.
Just go to goose.
Get a food.
This was untapped land. I had a really cool.
There's the goose. Gilded Goose gonna make
Yeah, get a food.
a food there.
Hand of 3.
Food. Stop. You're making me hungry.
Remember course. We will shoot this guy for 6.
Shoot that dude for 6. Archon gonna bite the dust.
Fast turn.
Down to 6.
I have it. Maybe.
What does Paul have here? Gonna flip. Reflections of Kiki Jiki
Fortunately, I put
has entered the chat.
If you had to persist, you
Paul going to peruse his graveyard and straighten it out.
If you didn't have persist, you couldn't play it.
Now I do a little bit of math here myself. That. Can't do it all. I can do a lot of it, but I can't do it
Paul's saying, I got to count my mana and see what I can do. Can't do it all, but I can do a lot of it. So he'll start with the persist. That'll bring the Archon back.
What did you sacrifice?
The goose, yeah.
Lose one. Mike goes to Niner.
Do it. But still gets cheap. Go first.
Do it.
Yep. We will leave that on top. Secondary and get things paste.
Yep.
Everything's got haste.
ETB.
Yep, you go.
And that'll be it. Mike going to call it there. I mean, Paul was about to attack for a bazillion infinity mana. But that will do it.
Good.
Mike scooping things up. And we are headed to game 2 after Paul was able to take it down with creativity. We'll head back to the booth. Hello, everyone. Thank you all so much for joining us tonight. Live from Impact Gaming Center in the fabulous Fairview Heights, Illinois. If you are in the metro St. Louis area, it's been a long night. Been a good night, but been a long night. We're approaching, the end of our stream here, the end of the tournament. It is approaching about 11 p.m. our time, so thank you all so much if you're watching live and hanging in there with us for this final round of Modern Action. We've got a pre-release coming up next week, so 7 p.m., $35 win-a-box will be the Tarkir Dragonstorm pre-release, so don't miss out if you are in the area. Additionally, we'll have one on Saturday, and then one on Sunday as well. This one on Sunday will be Two-Headed Giant. Guess we could probably call it a Two-Headed Dragon, though. But yeah, be a lot of fun. If you're in the area, come on up, join in on all the fun, and make sure, if you're not, though, and you want your Tarkir Dragonstorm product, we will have sealed product day 1. You can hit up impactgamingcenter.gg to purchase some of that. But let's take a look. Everybody's still playing some Magic. So we can listen in to the how they're sideboarding.
Alrighty.
Game goes so much better if you don't put these on the board.
I really don't. Do the 17. Might as well do 2 more. No. Sideboard piece. All right, let's party.
All right. Paul says, let's party.
Step back immediately.
And
What do
then
you mean,
immediately
you do?
says, I'm going to mulligan. Mike looking like he's trying to figure it out, whether he's going to keep or not. This is the final round, though, folks. So thank you all so much for joining us tonight.
Risk it for the best.
If it was over to
Not you? Oh, it's sensitive. Contact you. Sure. I stick with 6. That does need to happen. All right, lead us off.
Alrighty, here we go. Mike going to start with a Verdant Catacombs fetch. And it looks like a shock as well, based on his life total.
You know what I got?
And there is the hand from Mike. Thoughts he's going to...
Play the side creature. I thought that was a play, but
Birthing Ritual going to be the card that Paul selects there with the Thoughtseize. Going to attack with the cat. There's the goose is loose. A little surveil action here for Mike. Going to keep on top and pass back to Paul. Paul thinking long and hard about that one. What is it? I can't quite see. Another Thoughtseize. Warren Soul Trader. Down to 11. Little apprentice action. Going to make a servo token. Faithless Luton. Boot Scootin' Luton. Going to draw 2 and then discard 2. Aaron Mesa and pass back to Mike.
Yep. Free.
Turn them sideways. Down to 8 goes Paul. Samwise Gamgee. There you go. There you go, chat. Paul going to correct fetch land. I think he's going to get some surveil action here.
One in hand. Don't know what it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at least. I'm looking at.
Yes. Yes, I think so.
Yep. Commercial district. Oh, almost missed his surveil. Paul's a pro. Not gonna miss his surveil.
Whenever another creature or just
Another.
We'll leave that on top.
So Paul's gonna leave it there. Gonna draw. Lightning bolt, I believe, is what he kept.
Oops.
Prentice is gonna bite the dust. Ran 6 gonna take down the servo, and Paul's gonna pass.
Yep.
All right, so the cat's gonna take Paul down to 6. Samwise gonna take down Ren in 6. 6. Said 6 several times there. That was weird.
Give me something ace, will you? One in hand, one in hand.
Yep. Where I like to be.
Yes. For the reunion? Or draw 2?
Yep.
Nope.
On your activate function on your
Bolt sandwich.
fun.
Yep.
Get this one again. Activate. Do this.
Twosies.
Twosies. Forced to go. What you got, Paul? It's gonna need to be a lot here. All right, game number 3. Here we go. Game number 3. For all the marbles. Cut it back to me here in the booth. Thank you all so much for joining us.
Yeah.
Last game of the night. I want to say thank you all so much for joining us here tonight. If you've been rocking with us since round number 1, let me hear you in chat. If you're watching on YouTube, comment down below. If you watched every single match in this week's lineup of matches from round 1 to now. But yeah, this has been a pretty entertaining night. We've had a lot of really nice games on camera. That being said, be back at it next week as well. So if you haven't yet, and you're watching on Twitch, be sure to follow us. And if you're so inclined, hit that subscribe button. Give us some Bezos bucks. It will definitely help us out, of course, but you also get emotes, you get ad-free viewing, and you get to watch the VOD as soon as we're done. streaming, so you don't have to wait till they go up on YouTube, which is a nice little perk for our subscribers. Been here since the beginning. Oh, yeah. I know you have, Stoney. All right. Looks like these guys are about ready. Let's kick it back down to the battlefield. And here we go. All right. Already they are off to the races.
Could be. I could be going 2 more deep. Crap.
So Faithless Looting, pitch 2 Archons. That's not great. Cookbook. Mike says, I don't like this. I don't like this one bit. Woody Footy fetch down to 16. Is this going to be quick work here? And then Mike waiting for the other shoe to drop here.
Sometimes you do just top deck it.
Sometimes you do just top deck it, says Paul. And there is the Archon. Gonna discard the Oval Chase. Down to 15. And back to Mike. But Paul has Arcana of Cruelty on the battlefield. And there's the goose is loose. I believe that's a Verdant Catacombs. Kind of hitting the glare just perfectly where it's hard to see what it is. And back to Paul. Trigger on the stack. Bringing them back with the food. Down to 13 goes Mike.
Sense, creature, a draw card. Goose.
Bolt the goose.
5 coming at you.
5 coming at you. Down to 8.
Second main. Sees your thoughts.
Thought sees. Ugh, jeez. And my Paul's just laying it on here. Gaddock Teague's a pretty good one. Haywire Mite and an Ether Vial. Teague gonna bite the dust. I cannot stand Gaddock Teague. That card has been a thorn in my side ever since I started playing Magic the Gathering. Very good against basically every deck that I want to play. Control decks. That's what I like playing, guys. These are the control decks, okay?
The creativity killer.
Gaddock Teague, the creativity killer.
Correct. It's done.
There's a cat. Cauldron familiar. Trying to keep up with these life totals. It's futile. Bubble chase to return. And pass back to Paul. Paul gonna untap. Paul gonna draw. Paul gonna take a look at his hand. Paul likely gonna attack at some point this turn. Combat. Attack trigger here from the Archon.
Lose 3.
All right, so essentially Mike loses 1.
Oh, I forgot. You mind if I tap this? Same thing.
Same thing happens.
Take 5, down to 2.
Show it to me.
I'm gonna show you a weird.
19.
They're running 6, but you can't get either of those.
Creativity for 1 on my Archon.
Oh, he's gonna go get another Archon. That's brilliant. And that's going to be it, Paul. Sacrificing the Archon to the creativity to go find another creativity. That's going to do it. Paul is going to be one of our 3-0s tonight, I'm sure, with how many players we have. Again, we have 34 players. We are likely going to have another 4-0, but Paul's going to be one of them, winning off the back of his creativity deck. Congratulations, Paul. Very, very nice. Very well fought there for Mike. Just coming up just shy of the 4-0 tonight. Thank you all so much for joining us. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit up our Twitch as we stream each and every Friday so you don't have to wait for these videos to come out day by day. You can just head on over to Twitch and watch live with us, participate in the stream chat, follow all those things. And if you are watching live and you haven't followed yet, what are you doing? You've had about almost 4 hours, 3.5 hours to subscribe, or to follow rather. So do that. Make sure to hit up impactgamingcenter.gg for all of your Magic the Gathering and other tabletop gaming needs, whether you're looking for Pokemon, D&D, all battle tag, it doesn't matter. Whatever you're looking for. Board games, it doesn't matter. Check out Impact Gaming Center. We've got a ton of cards too. So we thank you all so much. Hit up all of our social media places, TikTok, Twitter, all the places. Share the videos, share the memes, share everything. We appreciate you all. I've been Les Alex, and whether I see you in the next video or not, which I should, you should be clicking on one of these videos if you're watching on YouTube. I've been Les Alex. Thank you all so much for joining us tonight, and I'll catch you all on the Flippy Flop. Adios, everyone.